Hi, my name is Alicia Ponce and I'm in Dr. Greene's class for Comparative Law, and I've chosen to do my IPP on working women and maternity leave. So we're going to go into the introduction. The table of contents consists of the definition, history, maternity leave in other countries, laws, and then references. So to start out, the definition is a leave of absence from before and after a child is born. Okay, and going into history, starting with the first point, in 1911, the issue of maternity rights was brought into the political spotlight by the National Insurance Act. And then in 1943, there were around 1,345 nurseries due to the rise of women in the workforce, but maternity leave was still not prominent on the political agenda. And then for international issues, the issue of maternity leave was not only an issue in the United States, but an issue internationally as well. Okay, in 1987, the maternity grant was removed, which gave money to low-income parents to help raise a child, so that was no longer a law. And then in 1988, Britain, being the only country without maternity leave, decided not to adopt a directive dealing with parental leave. And then in 1999, all employees were granted 3 months minimum of unpaid parental leave, and mothers were granted 18 weeks of paid leave due to the Employment Relations Act. So starting in 2001, Gordon Brown, who was the former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, he put the issue of paternity leave in his budget in 2003, and then men received paid paternity leave for the first time, and then in 2010, fathers could take 6 months of leave so their partners could return to work, which replaced the mom at home with the dad at home. And then starting in 2010, companies were required to pay maternity leave for 20 weeks and paternity leave for 2 weeks. Mothers received 90% of their salary for the first 6 weeks, and then approximately to US dollars 155 for the remaining 14 weeks. So this is basically just a graph that shows who's guaranteed maternity leave. And then as you can see down here, the United States currently has no paid maternity leave. It's the only country that has no paid maternity leave. It's the only country in the United States compared to Russia and Lithuania and all of those. And it has no policies for fathers either, which all the other countries do. Okay, now we're going into laws, starting with the Pregnancy Discrimination Act. It forbids discrimination based on pregnancy when it comes to employment, such as hiring, firing, pay, job assignments, promotions, layoff, and training, in that sort. And then there's also the Family and Medical Leave Act that declares a new parent may be eligible for 12 weeks of leave. And then in order to be eligible for this act, you must have worked for the employer at least for a year and then have accumulated 1,250 work hours, and then work at a company that has at least 50 other employees. This is a problem because not everybody has worked at a company for more than a year, and not every company tends to have 50 employees that are within a 75-mile radius. So not everybody has the opportunity to use this, and so it's becoming a real problem in today's society. Again, laws continued. Impairments from pregnancy, such as gestational diabetes or preeclampsia, may be disabilities under the Americans with Disabilities Act that allows an employee to be given an accommodation, such as leave or medications to the job. And then under the Pregnancy Discrimination Act, an employer that allows an employee with a temporary disability to take leave with or without pay, but then he must allow an employee who is pregnant to also do the same. So it's all fairness when it comes to that job. And these are my references, and thank you for your time.